Welcome back to Andres El Rey, where today I'll be watching The Expanse, Season 1, Episode 6. I can't believe how quickly, we're just moving right along through this first season, but it has been amazing as we're going through. It's been like a mystery. I wasn't even gonna, watch anything today. I wanted to, relax, but this season and the episodes, they just keep pulling me right back in. So, before we jump into episode 6, let's just do a quick recap of episode 5. So in episode 5, we had a series of flashbacks that went to 11 years ago, where we learned about the tragedy of the Anderson Station, which was a group of working class miners that ceased in protest of low oxygen working conditions that was injuring their kids. So their kids ended up all getting this rare disease, and they all decided to go on a protest, and they had open communications with the UN Marines, where the Marines ended up calling them terrorists. So they ended up, in the midst of everything, surrendering to the UN. But the UN didn't answer back to their calls. And so he tried to broadcast it, that guy's name also was Anderson, who was getting confused. And he tried to broadcast it to other people. And in the midst of that, that's when they striked and ended up killing all of the kids and everything. And then we zoomed in and we saw that it was Fred Johnson, Connell Fred Johnson. He killed everybody. And this is the same Fred Johnson that is the head of operations at the Tycho station, where he's offered a safe port for the survivors on board of the runaway, the Mars vessel, which was then renamed, which I can't remember the name at the moment, but it was renamed. So there was that. Miller theorizes a link between the Anubis and Julie's ship, the Scalpeli. So he was really trying to figure things out. This episode, I felt like it was really Miller's episode. Miller, it was very solving the mystery of what was going on with Julie, which is what we needed, because I feel like Miller was put on the back burner until this episode. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Miller, but listen, as the show continues, I'm sure I'll like him as well. Anderson Dawes admits that Julie was indeed an OPA to Miller. So I got this Anderson confused with the other Anderson and then the Anderson Station. I was all confused. There was too many Andersons at that time. So I knew, I was like, wait, Julie knew Anderson, but he's dead. But it was actually the older Anderson, and he's now admitting that she was an OPA. Miller was told to go to Technor and say that he's looking for Sherpa. So Sherpa sounds like a really nice marker. When they said Sherpa is like a marker or like a nice head of lettuce. So that's what I got from that whole scene. I kept thinking of lettuce. I was like, oh, I need a salad. So Miller does so and is taken to a back room where the so-called Sherpa is nowhere to be found. Now I wasn't sure if this was a person or if this was an object. However, the sight of a half-repaired mechanical hamster sparks a memory, and upon return to Julie Mao's apartment, he finds a data cube that he hides in his hat. So I remember when I was reacting, I was staring at that hamster. I was like, is that thing alive? And then when we saw it moving, I was like, oh, it is alive. But I did see its eyes glow red, but I thought it was since we're in space, this was like a space hamster, and it was just living its best life. So I didn't think anything of it. But now that we think of it, the hamster wasn't even in a cage. It was just on one of them little rotating things. So I should have thought a little bit more of that. The episode ends outside of Julie's apartment, where a bag is put over Miller's head by two unknown attackers, which I'm sure are part of, most likely, either the OPA or that guy that Miller should have gone after instead of following the Julie lead. But it seems like Miller is all about this Julie Mao, more over her than Havelock. and everything that went through Havelock, which we also saw Havelock in the hospital. I cut out a lot of my stuff in my notes because I realized like I'm hitting 10-minute marks and I'm like, oh, this is too much. So there was a lot that I did skip in this recap, but one thing that we have to just be so happy about is that Havelock is back. So it was good seeing him and his friend, is what we're going to call her right now. And he's doing alive and well, and she's still teaching him in a hospital bed. So now that Miller is been abducted, it seems like when Miller and Havelock are not together, some bad crap happens. So moving forward, they should just write a game plan that says where you go, I go, and then maybe nothing else would happen. But let me find out on my own and see if Miller will be okay, which I'm sure he's going to be. But let's just jump into this episode and see what the Expanse has got to give. Bloop.
I don't work for you fine people anymore, so why am I being ambushed?
I need to borrow your spy on Tycho Station.
What for?
To keep an eye on Fred Johnson.
The answer's no. I do my patriotic duty by screwing over Fred Johnson. Isn't that enough?
How's your son, Esteban? He's up for parole soon.
He made one mistake.
Then help him move on. Let me help him.
Huh. You know why I quit the intel desk? I couldn't tell anymore if I was still working for the good guys.
She's like, I don't really care what you just said. How about that?
I take you are cleared for station dock at berth C4. Please cut your engines and release your guidance systems to Tycho TC.
Tycho Station?
I love his
You now
beats
have
headphone. Oh, they're at the station. Tycho Station.
Prepare for docking clamp capture.
James Holden? Son of a bitch.
Stay where you are.
You're either some kind of genius, Mr. Holden, or you the luckiest dipshit in the solar system.
Why did you invite us here?
You two were the only witnesses to a series of catastrophic events. I broke a peace treaties these days.
Not exactly what you're known for.
You can put those guns away. Tell the others to come out. I'll give you safe harbor. And I'll get rid of that ship for you.
I have half a platoon of pissed off Martian Marines who are just itching for some payback.
Oh.
I only see two of you. That tells me that you're trying hard to hide your numbers. Tactically, if there were more, as a show of force, you would have brought them out. You walked off that ship because you're in charge. At least you think you are.
He's not playing.
Now, you want to continue to play games? Or shall we talk about how to help each other?
Oh, here's Miller. And his bad haircut. What's that for?
I'm Lita. My brother, Kaipo.
You can't do that to him. He's Star Helix.
What's going on?
I take it then that you don't want to be friends, huh? I had to let that stinking animal Cathari go, since you weren't interested in him. We're going to have a nice long talk, you and I.
Yay, I love this guy.
How long depends on you.
But why does he want to talk to Miller? Miller is not that interesting. I love this music. Abandoned asteroid mine. Martian trade zone. Ooh. We've never been here before.
Diablo! Hey! What's taking so long?
Setting the last charge now, Uncle Mateo.
Well, hurry up! Stealing water on Sirius, you street rat!
Street rat? Is this Aladdin? I would not want to be in space.
Time to make some money, Bechamel.
What's that?
Once all the shooting got started, it was over pretty quick.
And we're moving on.
Martians barely. You mean the one that you and the OPA aren't allowed into?
He'll open that door for me.
You want to use me to get yourself a seat at the table.
It's okay to be a pawn, Holden.
We're going back to our ship now.
I'm afraid you can't go back to the ship.
Sounds like he doesn't like goodbyes.
I'm taking control of the Tachi right now.
The hell you are.
Right there! Those guns can't help you anymore.
What is
You don't want to test this particular guy.
I've raised and buried your kind by the hundreds.
Not my kind.
Broken boys.
this guy? Fred.
This trigger.
What's his name?
Slow on the uptake. Go ahead, son. Pull it.
Holden, tell the butcher to call off his men, or I'll have Alex vent his bloody station.
How's it going out there?
Sir, we have a problem.
What did you find
You
at the
tried
data
it.
broker's place?
Some third-rate porn. I guess your men, I think they got all the good stuff.
You are the station joke. I did my homework.
Maybe.
And
Try it on. Your head's big enough.
we are fighting for something precious here, Miller.
Sure. Fatter percentage of the docks. It's a great idea.
I thought
know?
it was nice.
That Scopuli disaster is a dead fish on your doorstep.
You keep missing the point.
Why you gotta sacrifice her?
Chewbacca, I can't believe I didn't see it before.
You say Chewbacca?
You're in love with Julie Mao.
Do we know he's a cop? Or they forgot?
Attention, Zing Long. This is MCRN Scipio Africanus. Power down and prepare to be boarded.
What do they want? For an OPA recon mission out of Ceres, which disappeared. The name of that ship is the Scopuli. That's right. I need this frigate to retrieve the lone survivor, Lionel Polanski.
Who?
It's a code name. We received a set of coordinates from him a short time after the disaster. I need a gunship. It's getting hot out there, and the OPA's got nothing like this.
I'll pick up your operator.
Too valuable as a witness. If you get killed...
The other three saw just as much as I did. You and I both want the same thing. To do right by our people.
Says she has expired. What happened, Pebble Jockey? Did you get drunk and forget to renew your license?
I didn't have the script, Copain. I had to replace
Yeah, you Belters always got an excuse. When you arrive on Euros, your cargo will be held under lien until your fines are paid in full.
Oh, come on. There must be something.
Leave him alone. Or are we being too hard on you?
They're like cops.
Should we cut you a break?
We are just trying to feed our families, okay?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for you. Absolutely nothing. Hey, I went easy on you before, but now you're not gonna pass through the restricted zone on your way home, boss man.
Going around starting to fuel would die for sure.
That's your problem, not mine.
And when the Philotas hit the fan, he will wipe his hands clean of you. That's assuming it's not a setup in the first place.
Why would he lie about the Scopuli? Get himself tangled up in this mess.
You're out of your ever-loving mind. You think you can trust that guy?
Nonsense. Look, I don't need to trust Fred Johnson. We both have a gun to each other's head.
So what is this? Goodbye.
Oh.
No. All that's waiting out there for you is more trouble.
Because this is my fault.
Uh-oh.
I knew. Holden did the right thing.
Why didn't you tell me?
Listen, you're all liars.
You were afraid of me.
Alex, please, you're Martian.
Let's talk about Julie Mao.
Is she alive?
She chose to be OPA because she believed that what we are fighting for is just.
You took an innocent kid and you forced her to do your dirty work.
No, she came to me, asked me to help her. She knew what she was doing.
Just like your sister. All right.
Uh-oh.
Was she like 15 when you let her die out on the belt?
Oh, crap.
To keep her safe.
Would you like me to tell you the real story?
Not
I'm
if
sure
it's
you
long.
told so many lies about.
Our family was starving.
He killed his sister.
So you killed her.
And that makes me a monster. Cry so hard that your tears turn to blood.
This is a deep episode.
Living with this pain, I came to realize that I have millions of brothers and sisters in the belt. I even count you among them.
So everybody dies for the cause. Except for you.
If she was here right now, she'd spit in your face. You're everything she despised. A belter who preys on his own kind. But voila. Die as you lived.
Uncle Mateo, no. No!
God!
Please!
What?
No! Get out! Please! I'll try hard. I'm sorry! Oh!
What just happened?
Uncle! Please!
Squeezing his berries.
I politely asked to borrow his bion
Everybody dies in the show.
Why are you interested in Tycho spins up asteroids? The Donager was destroyed by advanced stealth warships.
And Fred Johnson is building the largest spacecraft in human history. The OPA smuggler we captured was carrying stealth composites. That's not a coincidence.
The OPA killed your son. You sure this isn't personal?
Oh my.
You're damn right it's personal.
Be in the loop.
I did not know the OPA killed her son. That probably was said and I missed it. Per usual. Club scene, and everybody looks like they're on ecstasy.
I grew up in places like this.
A club.
You grew up. I wouldn't have figured that. It's an honest living. It's more honest than most. And you can tell a lot about a place by how they treat their people.
In the heat of the battle, they fought to get you off the Donager.
He died for us.
I'll make sure his body's returned to Mars.
Thank you.
He's a fellow soldier.
Thank you.
Lopez was a great soldier.
They try to access any areas that they shouldn't, and the Rosie's core will self-destruct.
There goes Miller. Miller's just being dragged around this place. Oh, is that the place that you drew? Oh! Finally. Who are these people and why are we getting their story?
Man has got to stand up.
Come back!
Someone will find you out there.
We'd be okay.
Someday, things gonna change.
We'll be okay!
Just floating around. That is dreadful. I would cry.
Why did you come back for us?
Well, you're only there because of me. Why?
What was that?
Would you have come back for me?
At the time, with all those bullets flying?
Wasn't that the thing that... That was that thing that... Who was he? What is wrong with this guy?
I never killed anyone before.
No, welcome. Welcome to the killing club.
You'll be all right. Found this at Julie's.
Got the chip.
Let's see what's on it.
I hope you're not wasted, because I think somebody's gonna try to kill you.
What is this?
Don't spare us a speech.
The ship's ready. Are you?
You people drive a hard bargain.
You got our recorded statements.
We'll bring your Lionel Polanski home, if he's out there. I want you to help me find someone. Someday I'll come to you with a name. No questions asked.
More mystery. Is it the boy who's floating in the... I bet you the boy floating in space is her brother. I'm just making up things now. Oh, okay.
toxins, vibrational resonances, all across the spectrum. Can you hear me?
Look at this thing.
What the hell am I looking at?
I'm looking at,
I don't know, girl.
I don't know, some kind of bioweapon? Maybe station.
I meant, where'd you get it?
Julie Mao. She bought that from a data broker. She gave it to Dawes. Dawes crewed up this black bag ship, which vanishes with all souls aboard. And then, data broker ends up dead. Ships start blowing up. A lot of resources.
Isn't her?
Anything.
I don't trust anybody.
Erase Detective Miller's case files and cancel all his clearances.
What are you doing?
You're fired.
You know, I'm tired of smelling.
There goes her air humidifier.
Help Mr. Miller find the door.
She's a villain. Can't trust anybody. Except for these people. I think. Him and his coffee.
Thanks.
That boy in space is somebody. There is just so much going on in this episode. I like this crew. I did not think, you know what, actually the last episode I did think that the cop lady, I forgot her name, the really cool cop lady with the heels, I did think that she seemed a little weird and there was way too much happening with Miller, with him being a cop. I was like, don't they know he's a cop? So clearly the head honcho was part of the OPA. But I just, why don't they want anybody to know about Julia Mao? There's a lot going on. Also, the story with Fred, he was getting more in depth with him. He was a pretty interesting character. I hope we get back to that because we have to find out what Naomi, who she wants to be found. And why did we get that backstory with the boy and the uncle? Now that I'm starting to begin to know the show and how it operates, everything is starting to make sense. So everything clicks with everything else. So that boy probably has to deal with somebody. But I feel like nobody is being connected with Julie besides the OPA, who doesn't really want her found. I don't know. I'm confused and I don't know what's happening. But while I try to figure things out, please guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out more of my videos right now.